Welcome in, everybody. We're about to get started with the Tetris, the Grandmaster 1 and 2 party night. We're going to showcase some of our top players in the community, and we have a ton of players playing tonight that are catching my eye, so I'm really looking forward to it. Hope everyone's doing well, and I already see people are ahead of the game here in chat. Yes, if you enter Block Party in the chat, you'll have a chance to win. We're giving away a lot of codes, by the way, so don't feel that you never win a giveaway. Or if you are somebody that doesn't win the giveaway, we're giving away 10 codes tonight for 5 codes of TGM1, Tetris the Grandmaster, and 5 codes of Tetris, the Grandmaster 2 Plus. I somehow nailed that. There we go. And yes, for the Nintendo Switch. So if you have it already, you can give it to a friend. If you don't have a Switch, well, if you ever get a Switch, or if you have a friend with a Switch that you're trying to convince to play some Tetris, this giveaway is for you. So type in Block Party in the chat for your chance to win. And we're going to get right into it just because I think we have a lot of players that I want to highlight tonight. Alex Kerr will be joining me at some point on commentary here. In the meantime, I am joined by my friendly enhanced moderator, Lightrod. How are you doing, Lightrod? And I believe you're going to actually play a little bit tonight as well, maybe once we get into the swing of things. So, awesome. And yeah, before we get started, just to highlight what exactly we are doing here. This is the Tetris Block Party, and we are celebrating 40 years of Tetris, thanks to Tetris Official. So we are actually live on Tetris Instagram, Twitter, enhanced Twitter, /X, excuse me, for anyone that prefers X. And then, yeah, here on Classic Tetris Twitch and Classic Tetris YouTube as well. So wherever you're watching, welcome in, and be sure to join our giveaway. So we are on... Oh, all right, Lightrod, they hear you now. Sorry.
There we go.
I needed to keep Lightrod muted so that I can talk over him. But yes, we have Tetris the Grandmaster tonight. Next week, we're going to be having Tetris Effect Connected Teams and Tetris.com/mobile showcase. And yeah, there are still registration, by the way, is still open for some upcoming tournaments. If you are new to the game, don't worry. We'll have like some amateur brackets so that you don't have to play against some of the Japanese gods that will be playing in tomorrow's tournament. But definitely want to grab your popcorn for that one, because the best players in the world are going to be there. The Akashi Robos, the Amamayas, Jaden, OSW. It's going to be awesome. I'm super excited for that. And then, yes, on August 3rd, we're going to be also, we're going to have a zone battle tournament featuring some of the top players in the world. So stack tournament's coming up, but hey, if you're just looking for casual competition, still, you should sign up. We have brackets for new players, and all are welcome and encouraged to participate. Okay, so without further ado, let's hop into it. I want to watch some TGM. We have a lot of players playing tonight, so let me check out who's our first player tonight. Lightrod. I believe we're going to start with, is this considered the #1 player in the world? SPC.
Yeah, so Switch Palace Corner, I think it's safe to call them at least the best Western player in the world. Like, I'd personally say...
User entered your channel.
Somebody entered my channel. I believe it was, let's see.
I think that's Commando.
Oh, it's Commando, okay. But, yes, go on. Are they from the US?
I am not actually 100% sure. I think they are. They've definitely shown up at some US events in the past.
Okay.
But yeah, like, #1 ranked on a lot of modes. I'm pretty sure they hold the death record, which is what we're watching right now. Let me just quickly pull up.
Oh yeah, let me turn on their sound here too. I love the TGM music, so let's...
Oh yeah, the soundtrack's one of the best parts of the game. There we go.
Yeah, SPC is schmoovin'. I believe there is a community leaderboard website I was kind of scouring through. I'm, like, pretty newbie to TGM. I've always wanted to take the dive, and I think these ports are a good way to, I don't know, it's more accessible, and I just started playing TGM 2 for the first time on the Nintendo Switch, so I'm going to try to get into it. I think this is something. I know there's like a flow. Every Tetris game kind of has its own flow and feel to it. And I think TGM is certainly one that's unique with the instant gravity in those high levels, and the stacking methods and whatnot feel very different on TGM compared to like some of the games I like to play on, like Tetris Effect or even classic Tetris. Is kind of like a good in-between hybrid with its own rotation system and unique spins, etc. So definitely encourage any Tetris fans out there to try it. What do you like the most about TGM? I know you play a lot of TGM. Is TGM what got you into Tetris, Lightrun?
Not really. I think I actually got into Tetris through Tetris Effect, but it's definitely what's kept me playing for so long. It's something about just like, it's really, really fast paced, but then at the same time, you can also just, what's the best way of describing it? Like, you've got to push yourself. Like, with a lot of games, like, you'll reach a point where it's like, once you got the handle on it, cool, that's it, you're done. With Tetris, the Grandmaster, you just have to keep on learning and learning and learning, and it's a bit like a treadmill in some ways, like it never stops, but then it's also like a treadmill in that, like, once you get into, like, the gym and, like, you're having fun, it's the best feeling in the world. So it is just a really great game.
Yeah, and you know what, like, Tetris for me is kind of a been there, done that kind of thing, but I love
gets their master.
Oh, just master. So yeah.
No, you've got to.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, so we're watching Death Mode right now, which is the fastest mode that we're going to see tonight. The series does get a little bit faster in TGM 3, but we're still waiting on ports for that. Yeah, just master. The way that Death Mode works is it is just 100% pure survival.
Okay.
Like, it doesn't matter about how many lines you clear. It doesn't matter about anything, really. Well, it matters about how many lines you clear, but all you have to do to get the master rank is just reach level 500 in 3 minutes and 25 seconds.
500 in 3 minutes, 25 seconds. Is there a Grandmaster rank? Is this the one that has the very... I can't remember which TGM mode has, like, so few clears. Maybe you can...
This one's got quite a few clears.
Okay.
But, yeah, like, to get Grandmaster, again, just survive until level 999.
All
like,
right.
It's very, very simple to explain to people. The reason why we give people a master grade after this point is because if you reach level 500 in over 3 minutes and 25 seconds, that's it. The game just says, okay, cool, thanks for playing. You don't qualify to even attempt for Grandmaster.
Okay.
Doesn't get any faster.
I
It just
see.
gives you the credits.
Got it. Speaking of credits, I think some players will be going for... you can help me out with this, but what's called an orange line, right? I think Kirby said she's going to be attempting that. So how do you even get to that stage? And that has to deal with... there's a credits phase, right, that players are going to have to work through?
There is a credit phase, yeah. The way that Grandmastering works in Tetris Grandmaster 2 is very complicated. It's a combination of your overall time, the time of each of your sections, so every 100 levels when the background changes, and you've also got to just play very efficiently throughout the entire thing. So 2 Tetrises per section in the early game, 1 Tetris per section in the late game. And that is not as easy as it sounds, because as everyone can see, like, this is very classic Tetris rules in that there is one piece preview, no holding pieces, like, you are 100% at the mercy of the randomizer sometimes. Unlike, like, NES Tetris and Game Boy Tetris, which was last week, though, the randomizer is a lot more fair to players.
Okay.
What's another way of describing it?
Also, by the way, I'm looking forward to, as you see, we have some placeholder names in the...
Yeah, we got some placeholder
yes.
names down there.
So I'm going to be populating these throughout the stream. I'm going to add this master clear from... Oh, I guess now they're...
Yeah, they're going for
okay.
that master, yeah.
Well, once they hit that GM, if they hit that GM, we'll update it to GM there. So yes, SPC is...
And PK's, yeah, like, less than 50 known TGM2 GMs. Like, it's a very, very small club of people who can do it.
That's awesome.
I actually think there might be more TGM3 GMs now rather than TGM2 GMs, just because 3 got a lot of popularity after the GameStone Quick events and after the video that went viral quite a few years ago, of Invisible Tetris and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, I also want to stress a little bit, because I play a ton of Tetris Effect Connected coming from Enhance, and, well, that's how I ended up in Enhance. But, yeah, so the control method on TGM, or how... Because there is, like, a master mode on Tetris Effect, right? And, of course, you still have to be able to deal with high gravity and whatnot, but to do what SVC is doing right here is not quite as simple as, like, the master mode on Tetris Effect, due to, like, the limitation of the control and the yeah, I guess I want to say control is like one of the bigger thing, and like how you want to stack in the center and adjust for the specific rotation system. Anything you want to add to that, Light Rod, or anybody in the chat? Maybe I can steal some ideas from chat.
Yeah, so TGM uses a system known as ARS, or the Arica rotation system. And one of the big key components is that pieces don't kick off of the floor. So we're not going to see SPC do it because they're a very good player. But a lot of the time when you're starting out, you'll think, oh, like, I can stack on the left or I can stack on the right. No, you are always wanting to stack on the right in this game, because just like Tetris on the NES, the pieces do have a bias.
Okay, interesting.
So because the pieces can't kick off of the floor, that bias is multiplied about 100-fold, I want to say. You have to stack it really, really cleanly.
Interesting. Let's pull up our two-player scene here, get some other players on the right.
Oh yeah, we've got two-player scenes this week, which is really nice.
Yeah. Is it Tubu name in my Midwestern English pronunciation? Okay, perfect. Let's see. So Tubu name. Do you know anything about this player? I'm not sure who's new. I assume we're gonna have a bunch of experienced players, just judging by who I'm seeing playing so far. But yeah, of course, if you are a new player, don't be shy. It's always good to have new players, especially in these niche scenes. And I'm sure, as the avid TGM players are always looking for new people to join the community, right? So
yeah. Oh, speaking of Tetris Effect as well. Yeah, Zeroni and a couple of other people have mentioned IRS, which is something that we actually added to Tetris Effect.
Oh, yeah. I think it's in some other games as well.
Yeah, I think it started in this game. I'm not 100% sure.
I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right. We can definitely steal ideas from chat, but I think you're right. Yeah. Our historian Alex Kerr will be in here momentarily too. So
that's good.
Yeah.
I think TGM1 was also the first time we had the ghost piece at the bottom of the stack. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Oh, very cool.
But like TGM is a very influential thing for modern Tetris as a whole.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely, 100%. The ghost piece, I realized recently I was playing a Tetris game and I didn't have the ghost piece enabled, and I'm like, what is wrong? Like I am playing like incorrectly. I was misdropping a lot. Then I realized I didn't have that ghost piece on, and then I took off the training wheels and I was like, oh my god, I am crushing it right now. But yeah, the ghost piece is great. Just having that visualization at the bottom. I guess with the instant gravity though of TGM, especially like we see from SPC here on the left and on the right here with Tubaname.
Yeah, like we're not really seeing any ghost pieces in either of these players right now because both were on death mode, which starts you at instant gravity.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I think we're going to be seeing a lot of like TGM1 players in a bit as well, which is going to be nice. Like, there is like large arguments that happen in the community between which game is better, TGM1 or TGM2. Mm-hmm. Some people say it's TGM3.
All right, let's get sound on for Tubaname here. Or Tubaname. Are they both doing death runs right now, it seems like?
Both of these players are doing death runs, yeah.
So I think it's safe to say that death is a popular category, probably due to the skill cap in the category.
Death is a very, very fun category to play, just because you don't have to worry about scoring requirements, you don't have to worry about micromanaging your time, you just play fast.
Oh, TGM Ace shout out in the chat.
TGM Ace, yeah. Minzy, are we picking random people off of Twitch? Not really. What we're doing is in the enhanced Discord, we have got a Tetris Block Party channel, and if you want to get yourself featured on here, you can just post your Twitch link, any clips that you've got in the past, and we will just be going through as many people as we can, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so definitely share your links in the enhanced Discord at discord.gg/enhance, and we'll check it out and see if we can get you on the stream at some point here. We already have some other names on our list. Let's see if I can run down it real quick. Maybe we'll get you in here, Light Rod, Kirby 703,
Yep.
Jackanoid, is it Daninu?
I don't know how you pronounce their name either. I'm so sorry.
B2 and Corion for any classic Tetris fans. We'll try to get Corion on here, especially as anyone that's following this channel is going to be familiar with Corion. But yeah, let's get another player up here. See who's streaming.
Yep, sounds like Ubuntu's just gone live, so...
Let's check them out. And we'll definitely come back to SPC, as they are apparently considered the best player in the TGM community, so they will be back on screen.
Yeah, if we need to see someone get a Grandmaster ranking, we just go to... It's easy.
Yeah. And definitely feel I recommend, if you are trying to get into Tetris the Grandmaster, be sure to follow these players on their Twitches wherever they are and support them. And if you're trying to learn the game, I'm sure a lot of them will answer your questions, etc.
Yeah, the TGM community is very welcoming to new players. It just is. Like, the Tetris community in general is pretty welcoming.
Yeah.
TGM community, like, there's just a lot of really friendly people there.
And to get back to Minzy's, I guess a high-level thing we're doing with why does this block party exist on the Classic Tetris channel to begin with? Yeah, we're just celebrating the Tetris 40th anniversary, and this is being put on by Tetris Official, so thanks Tetris for bringing all the games together. I think this is something we've wanted to see for a while, right? Just celebrating all Tetris games simultaneously.
I think a lot of people have wanted to see like the entire range of Tetris games being showcased.
Yeah, so try not to have anyone left out here, and yeah, this could lead to more in the future, so thank you, Tetris Official.
Oh, I hope so.
Who's also spotting some cash prizes for our tournaments, etc., so good stuff. Alright, let's get Ubuntu up here. Minor adjustment.
Alrighty, and while waiting for that, just watching some death.
Sound jump scare. There we go.
There we go. So Ubuntu's playing TGM 1 today by the looks of things.
Oh, awesome.
TGM 1 is, like, it's the first game in the series. To some people, I would say it's actually a harder game if you are going for, like, high-ranking records.
Mm-hmm.
Just because there is so much, like, any mistakes you make are much more punished.
Yeah, you know
if
what?
You're starting out and playing, it's absolutely the best game to get started playing. But once you start going for those records, oh, it is... like, one mistake will just ruin your entire run.
Yeah, and for that reason, it's also a good way to get introduced to the series, just the brutalness of it. And I love that just casual, there's less modes, and it's just the one mode. Well, actually, I say that, but the majority of my playtime on TGM1 is giant mode. Like, literally, probably 90% of the time I've spent on it. I just love playing giant mode. But
giant mode is very fun.
I definitely want to watch some giant mode if anyone's streaming tonight. We'll be on the
I think
lookout
we
for
will
it.
definitely get some people playing giant mode. It's fun.
Oh yeah, it's so fun.
Switch Pass Corner says the world record for TGM1 has been standing since 2010, with multiple people trying to break it. Like, it is a hard game to optimize.
You don't have that many games that like maintain a world record for that long, right? Like, usually it gets broken.
Usually gets broken semi-frequently.
Yeah, I'm thinking of like even like the biggest, most popular games. There were some like long-standing records. TGM is like a pretty popular and like active community.
I think the big reason with TGM's records standing for so long as they have is, one, the perfection that it demands, but also, number two, there aren't any, like, new tricks that people can really discover at this point. Like, I'm just trying to think. Like TGM 3 had a few years ago, probably close to like a decade now, I want to say, like one new way that people discovered to play it faster by literally just waiting for 15 minutes. Because like these are originally arcade games. So there's these little features that they put in where it's like, oh, if you've been playing for more than 15 minutes, we want to kick you off this machine so that other people can have a chance to play. So let's speed up the game really, really fast. Of course, these are players that can play really, really fast. So, like, think of it like the kill screen, basically, that just kicks in automatically. But other than that, like, there's not really any new techniques that people are discovering to be able to play faster. Like, everything is pretty firm. The games are very stable. Like, it's just, you've just got to play. It's entirely player skill, and that's why it's so slow for vehicles to get broken.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. It is a very high skill cap game, and then on top of that, I mean, it has quite a history. It's been around for a long time. Yeah, so I wonder, is the OG record might have been even done in like arcade? I'm not sure, like
yes.
Yeah.
The same person has held the world record since 2002. So that was way before like anyone was playing outside of arcades.
That kind of inspires me to be like, there's no way like a score from 2002 was that high level, right? But I'm sure if I go and watch the video or wherever it is, it's going to be amazing. I remember back in the day, like, I think that even got me into Tetris a little bit was, like, early YouTube videos. There was a super popular Tetris to Grandmaster video.
There was a very, very viral video that went crazy of someone playing Invisible Tetris, and that was TGM 3.
I remember that.
Yeah.
So Boot2 is on a bit of a run here.
Yeah. So you can see up in the top left, so we actually didn't see it up until this point, because we've been watching Death Mode a lot, but there is the grading system for Tetris the Grandmaster, and it starts at 9, goes up to 1, and then it goes to S1, all the way up to S9, and then after that, it depends on the game. Some games have an M rank, some games go straight to Grandmaster. In TGM 1, you will go straight from S9 to Grandmaster. Like, it is just, if you meet all the requirements and you beat the game, you get Grandmaster at the end.
Okay, very cool.
I don't remember all the requirements off the top of my head, but it is basically getting to level 500 with a ranking of at least S4. And under a certain time, it might be like 8 minutes, I think. Not sure. And then beating the entire game in under 13 minutes, 30 seconds, approximately. While also getting a high enough score. So you've got to get an S9 and then beat the game.
Right. Yeah, those checkpoints, you have to be... To get GM, you're going to have to be able to play fast and I guess use that soft drop even with the Tetrises rather than rely on the gravity.
And that's the other really important feature with TGM1 and why it's so hard to optimize. There is no like firm drop. Like there's no hard drop, there's no firm drop. You only have a soft drop that will instantly lock your piece.
Yeah, I think there's echo because I think Boot2 might be watching our stream. So hello, Boot2. Yeah, I think that's where it's coming from.
That's all right.
Yeah, we can put on the wonderful TGM1 background music. I love the default music in TGM1, by the way, or like the main themes. I forget what it's called. There is an official soundtrack of which I do have.
I think it's called something like firmly dropping or yeah. Hardening drops. That's what it's called. Alrighty, so we're going through to S6 right now. Sorry, just muted cough. What was I going to say? I was about to talk about how the ranking system worked again, and then I just brain farted.
It's okay. Yeah, I think we are now live also on the Enhanced TikTok. So hello, anyone tuning in from Enhanced TikTok. We are playing Tetris the Grandmaster for the Tetris Block Parties, celebrating 40 years of Tetris, and we have some very good players in here tonight. I think, let's see, I wonder if Ubuntu is qualified here to get a Grandmaster run on TGM1.
I am not 100% sure.
Is it 11 minutes and
like,
30 or something? You mentioned the time. I
It's-
can't remember what it is.
13 minutes
13,
something. But that's generally not a problem for top players. Strangely enough, the hardest requirement for a lot of people to hit is actually just the ranking of S4 by level 500. So like a lot of runs.
I think that's 3 minutes
we'll just
and
mess that
30,
up.
if I recall correctly. Something like that. 13:30 says Kirby. Okay, thank you.
13:30, yeah.
S4 at 500. Oh, for the other requirement is a certain grade by a certain line count? I didn't
Yeah,
realize
so you've
that.
got to
Okay.
get an S4 grade by at least level 500.
Oh, okay. It's kind of nice that
Is there any way you
play
can
dumb tonight.
download?
Alright, go ahead.
Is there any way we can download this game? Yes, actually. It is recently gotten official ports for the PS4 and Switch through Arcade Archives.
And also, let's go ahead and do a giveaway. This is a good time to do it because we have a lot of codes to
Yeah,
give away.
go for it.
Tonight we are giving away codes of TGM1 and TGM2 on the Nintendo Switch. So be sure to enter by entering Block Party into the chat wherever you are. And I'm about to do a drawing for one. I guess we can alternate. So we'll do TGM1 for this first roll and then a TGM2 roll.
Yeah.
All right. So TGM1 drawing in 10 seconds. So type in Block Party in the chat if you haven't already, and we're gonna do a drawing. Garbaggy saying hi Kirby. I agree. Hi Kirby. All right, there's the Block
Hi,
Parties.
Kirby.
And yeah, we'll be doing some drawings throughout the stream. So all right, let's get a roll in there for TGM1 on Nintendo Switch, the arcade archive from Hamster, I believe.
I believe so, yes.
So,
Kulian.
Kulian is our first winner. Feel free to directly message either Enhanced Experience or CTWC on chat, or message an admin in the Discord at discord.gg/enhance, and we will send you that code. And let's do one more drawing for TGM2. So type in Block Party if you are looking to try Tetris the Grandmaster. I know we haven't ever done a giveaway for Tetris the Grandmaster code, so there might be a lot of players out there who don't have a copy yet. So this is a nice, fresh new giveaway. We do a lot of TEC game code giveaways here on Classic Tetris, but not too many TGM code giveaways. So
Yeah.
and we are going to give a code to Video Soup for
Nice.
TGM2 on Nintendo Switch. Same thing. Either message us here on Twitch, or in the Discord at discord.gg/enhance. You can look for Austin and throw them a message. All right.
Alrighty, so we're seeing some more TGM1 gameplay here. And you can sort of see how the soft drop and piece randomizers can be really, really difficult. Especially if you're trying to go for like fast speeds here.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that tuck, for instance, like, it doesn't seem like it'd be, like, ruining anything, but if this was someone going for a world record attempt, that would be enough to just, like, you know, say, okay, we're done, like, restart the run. Like, that's how optimized the world record is.
All right, it looks like Ubuntu had a TGM1 Master S7 run for their first score tonight.
S7, yeah.
We'll see if they can get a little bit higher. It seems like they are Grandmaster quality. They got pretty close there, so...
Yeah, I think they've gotten a 11-minute Grandmaster in the past, from what I can tell.
Okay, very cool.
So, like, a very good player.
All right, we're going to bring some other players on here as well. So if you are streaming, be sure to share your stream to the Block Party TV channel on the Enhanced Discord, discord.gg/enhance, and we will consider bringing you on here. All right, so let's get the
What else
next
have we got?
player set up here. Also, I'm going to add a Ubuntu score.
Oh, I already did that.
Oh, thank you. I'll get it in the live update here. I am curious if Corian is streaming. I want to get some Corian action on our screen for our classic Tetris.
I believe
fans.
Corian has gone live at this
All
point.
right. Let's check him out. Corian is a legend in the scene. Pretty good. They may or may not be good at classic Tetris as well, for anyone that is familiar with Corian. But,
Good.
yeah, just a fan of Tetris in general. They play in a lot of our classic Score Tech Tetris Tech Connected tournaments. Yeah, Corian is a GOAT in my eyes, one of the best.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. And it looks like they're playing death mode today, which, like, this is going to be fun.
Okay, so let's get a Butu. Butu will replace Billy Bob on our leaderboard here. We still have Jane Doe, and I'm not sure if we still have Alexi on here, so looking for a few more scores to add. But okay, let's pull up some new players. While I'm doing that, what is your experience with TGM1, Lightrod? Have you hit GM in TGM1?
I have, yes. So I've got my Grandmaster 1 ranking. I'm currently working on my TGM 2 GM. I'm getting kind of close, I want to say. Like, I'm about maybe a year and a half away of practice. Which
cool.
sounds like a long time, but
Yeah.
I have been playing this series for, like 5 or 6 years at this point, I want to say.
I like how you approach it with that time in mind. Like, there's no rush. Like, this is just a fun game to chill out and competitively, or casually play. It's like a good casual competitive vibe for me, at least. Where I know, like, eventually I'm going to get a good score. Of course, you can, like, really study the game and get into it, and I'm sure expedite the process. But I also recommend just, like, this is a good game to just throw in a few runs here and there, right? You don't have to go, like, 3 hours of practice or anything, but depending on the kind of player you are.
Yeah. There's actually a very popular, like, half joke, half, like, actually serious thing in the community called break theory, where you will tend to get a lot of PBs and a lot of much higher scores after not playing the game for, like, a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
I think, I think of it as a refresh or a reset on, like, the way you approach the game or think about the game.
Yep.
Usually, for
Absolutely.
any kind of competitive thing you take part in, I totally recommend taking breaks.
Right.
I think I hear.
Looks like I got
Corian.
Corian's using their microphone, just as a heads up.
It adds to the experience. I do not
Adds to the
understand what they're
experience.
saying, but we'll leave on the mic for a moment. Just here, we can get into full SMR mode. Let's just do Corian only here. All right, let's just take a good 30 seconds and just soak it all in here. All right, are you on the same page here, Lightrod? Okay, let's do it.
I think that's a good idea.
We even hear the ASMR clicking noises on their, I assume, arcade sticks of some kind. I also know Corian likes to use like a Super Nintendo style controller, depending on the player
nice.
that might be able to. But, curious what Corian's setup is right now.
Is there rolling tech being used to control this quick? No, this is entirely base game. This was designed for arcade sticks. So once you start holding down left or right, the piece will just rocket across the screen. Like, there is no, like, what's the best? Like, there's no hyper tapping. It's just, the game just has this base speed, no matter what you're doing. Unfortunately, but 400 is a very good death run. Like, I get around about 400, 450, and that's after playing this series for, like, years. So, like, don't think that just because these players can't clear doesn't make them good. Like, these are some of the best players in the world.
Yeah, we already had who was considered the best player in the world, at least here in the US, right?
Oh, yeah.
Today I played TGM 2 for Tetris Block Party.
Yeah, Sega Lineage just all has, like, basically one frame of moving pieces left and right when you hold down the stick.
All right, let's check out. I think Kirby is also playing, so we'll pull up our two-player scene here.
Yep. Kirby did tell us earlier today that she was wanting to go for a master ranking in TGM 2 and getting a really high score in the invisible credits as well. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, because Kirby is pretty well known. Oh, also, we've been speaking about like crossover players in the last few events. Yeah, just because like Tetris Block Party is about bringing together all Tetris games and all, so we can see all skill levels, etc. I think Kirby can pretty much throw down in every Tetris game, which is super cool. I mentioned other names in the last few weeks, like Green Tea. Yeah, there's some players that can just. I always appreciate that as a fan of pretty much every Tetris game, being able to flip the script. Oh yeah, we also had Akashi Robo, who by the way is like a modern Tetris savant in recent years. Got top 4 in our classic score attack tournament on Saturday, which is super cool. But
yeah, it really feels like we're experiencing a bit of a renaissance almost of like everyone's just playing all different modes of Tetris rather than just like, you know, the ones that they're most familiar with. Mm-hmm. Like even I'm starting to pick up classic again, and it's just like it really is the best time to be playing Tetris.
Yeah, I cannot agree more. Yeah, whatever scene you're in, I feel like every community is expanding, or not even always expanding, but has more history and like culture and yeah, like these online communities, whether it's during COVID or whatnot. Like a lot of us are just friends and hang out together or whatever it may be, right? We even at this point go to a bunch of live events together. So the Tetris community is definitely tight-knit, and it's cool to see. But
yeah.
All right, so Kirby is on.
Like the big problem with TGM 2 watching it is that because there are so many requirements, you can sometimes not know if someone's on Grandmaster pace or not.
Okay.
Until you actually hit the credits. Like I assume that she's on Grandmaster pace, but like one of the requirements is scoring 2 Tetrises per section.
Is there any indicators? Like I always think
No.
of the so this flashing timer, it doesn't really indicate that either.
The flashing timer means that we've entered instant gravity. That's all that means.
Oh, okay. That is good to know. For some reason, I used to think that was like, maybe I've always watched good players and they usually get to GM anyways, but yeah, like I always think that's related to like the requisites you need, but it's not. That's good to know.
No. It's not they hide stuff from you, at least compared to like the later game. Yeah, she's got a silver skill medal. So you can also see underneath where it says S1, there's what we call the medal system. Medal system is almost entirely useless, but it's a good way of like, you know, being able to quickly determine what you've been doing well in your run. They don't mean anything for each of your runs, but we can see right now, silver ST, silver SK, which means section time and skill of Tetrises.
Alright, so Kirby on that S1. I'm going to have to get some updates on our I need to get all real players on our leaderboard here. I guess for Deathless, because of how players go, can you get like in between Deathless scores? I guess you can count the level, right?
What do you mean? Sorry.
So like, if you're not getting a GM in Deathless or in Death mode, what Corian is playing.
Oh,
right?
Death mode.
Sorry, I don't know. I said Deathless. I
That's all
guess
right.
that's Tetris Effect lingo on me, carrying over. But yeah. So what are the? I guess you can get a level grade. Can you still get lower than an M or GM in Death?
No. So Death only has M and GM.
Okay.
So like, Kirby had a bit of a dig there. So it's possible that Kirby might not actually be on GM pace. I don't know if she got a Tetris in the 600 to 700 section, but we're going to see some like fast gameplay anyways. Like 7 minutes at 750 is an incredibly fast time.
Awesome. Yeah, let's keep our eyes on Kirby's board here and see if she can get that GM rate.
Yeah, Kitticott says it better than I could. Like, they're just mini achievements that you get per run. Usually you only see ST and SK. There's also RE, which is recovery, which basically means you stacked too high and then had to downstack. what are the other ones? Like, there's a bunch of weird ones. There's rotation, which is if you're rotating your pieces a lot, which I don't particularly know why that existed as a medal, but it does. Rotation, all clear. So if you get basically what we call an all clear, what the game calls a bravo. And then there's the last one, which I can never remember. Alright, so Kirby's in the final section. Like, this is where the game gets... This is equivalent to people playing at about Death 300 speeds, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's slightly slower than that, but, like, this is fast. Like, it doesn't really look like it because Kirby's such a good player, but, like, when you're starting out, you'll reach this point and then you will, like, just die.
Yeah. Especially if you, like, how do I
Combo,
put it?
combo,
Like...
that's the last one.
Ooh, got the M.
Yep. So we got... Okay, Kirby's playing Invisible Role, so she did get all the requirements that she needed.
And this is... I'm sorry, this is the death mode? Or wait.
So we got Death on the right, and Master Mode on the
Master,
left.
okay. I was just confused, because...
That's alright.
Oh, you know, I know I'm confused. I'm looking at... I'm in a different... I have a different setup on my end, and I was looking at Corion's board for a sec. Okay.
Right.
All right. Oh, yeah, there we go. So Kirby is rocking through Invisible here.
Yeah, so Kirby's definitely going to get Grandmaster, I'm pretty sure. Whether or not it's going to be what we call the green Grandmaster or the orange Grandmaster, we'll have to see. It's weird. Like, there are different subgrades, I want to call it, where if you get 32 lines in the invisible mode, you technically get a higher grade.
32 lines in the invisible mode, okay. Is that what you need for orange line? 32?
That's what you need for orange line. Chat seems to think that she got it. We'll have to double check. But I trust Switch Palace and Or9. Like, they're very well known in this sort of thing.
Is there an indicator, like somewhere in the leaderboard or something like that?
Yes. So on the leaderboard, so we'll just have to watch Kirby once she goes to the... So you just got to sit on this screen until it goes to the what we call the attract mode. There we go. Grandmaster ranking. Orange line. There we go.
There we go. Very nice from Kirby 703, nailing that orange line. Very cool. I'm glad to be learning. So there's a lot to take in right now, I guess, if you were new to TGM, but I'm learning here. And orange line is pretty much as good as it gets, right? With
Orange line GM is basically as good as it gets.
Yeah.
At this point, all you got to do is just play faster.
I don't know if Kirby has achieved that before. I know she's said she was attempting it, but if that is a new PB, that's very awesome.
It might actually be a new PB. I'm not sure.
Very cool.
I'm going to have a quick look at the leaderboards and just see.
So Kirby, congrats. Let's get you. Kirby will be replacing Alexi on the leaderboard.
Yeah, that's actually her first Orange Line GM.
That's awesome. Congrats, Kirby, here on the Block Party. No better place to do it. Let's celebrate with a little bit of a giveaway. What do you think, Light Rod? So I have a lot of codes to give away, so we're going to give them away.
Hey, hang on. Hang on. Not only is that a new PB because she got orange line instead of green line, that's also now a new PB in terms of her fastest ever Grandmaster.
Heck yeah, Light Rod.
That's actually incredible that we've managed to get this on stream. So huge congratulations to Kirby.
We're going to keep our language PG, but heck yeah, Kirby. Congrats on the new PB.
Sorry.
Oh no, you're okay. I was just kidding. But all right, let's do it. We're gonna do a giveaway in the chat for TGM 1 or TGM 2 on the Nintendo Switch. So we're gonna do a TGM 1 roll here. Type in Block Party in the chat if you haven't already, one word, and you'll be entered to win. So let me do the giveaway command here, just in case that wasn't clear. Yes, type Block Party in the chat. And we're going to give away TGM 1. All right. About 10 seconds here. And then also, yeah, we're asking players to share their Twitch if you are playing tonight on the Enhance Discord at discord.gg/enhance. Also, feel free to share some clips or something. If you hit like a really cool achievement tonight, say you nailed like a Grandmaster on item mode or big mode or something. If you want to show us like your highlights, you can also share your highlights so we can pull those up. And show your achievement or milestone. Definitely encourage that as well. And we still got a while to go here, at least about an hour and a half. So don't be shy. Feel free to share your achievements with us, and we're going to try our best to highlight it as we celebrate the 40 years of Tetris. So, okay. Oh, first off, I should probably roll for the giveaway. All right, Picnic 5. You are the winner of TGM 1 on Nintendo Switch. You can message me in the Discord at discord.gg/enhance. I am Austin. It should be Austin Enhance towards the top of the Discord. Or you could also just directly message Classic Tetris or Enhance Experience here on Twitch, and I'll be able to respond there. Oh, I didn't mean to press roll it, but we are let's just roll with the roll.
We are going to roll TGM 2.
Yes. So Lambo Man is our winner of TGM 2. I recognize that name. I believe they are part of the Tetris Effect community, or have participated in TECWC. So congratulations, Lambo Man 573. Same instructions. Just find me. I'm out here. Enhanced Experience on Twitch, or join the Discord and message me there, and I will get you a code. Otherwise, I will reach out to you after the stream or sometime tomorrow. Okay, cool. Who's the other commentator? So it is Alex Kerr is MIA. So it is me and Lightrod. Me being Austin from Enhanced Experience, and Lightrod also a moderator and helps us out, especially on the humanity side, actually. So to stray away from Tetris. Also with us here at Enhance. So Lightrod also fortunately knows their TGM, and I can play dumb. Quote unquote play dumb as if I am a master of this game. But Lightrod's helping me out with the questions, and I am in a way kind of learning this game as the night unfolds as well. So
it is one of the best times to get into this game, honestly. Like, there's so many community resources available to everyone. Like, it used to be like everything was in Japanese, untranslated, like, you know, hidden away in the arcades and all that kind of stuff. But now we've got home releases. We've got like there's entire websites dedicated to, like, you know, the best ways to play. I don't remember what they are off the top of my head. I'm sorry, but if someone's got a link to it in chat.
You're right, though. There's so many resources to learn the game. And that goes for, like, a lot of these games with history and, you know, with generations of players putting in their effort into it. It's just cool to see. And I think TGM has landed in a very great
TGM
spot.
Tips, that's it. Yep.
All right, so let's get some other players up here. I wanted to bring up, I think Extreme Coup has been streaming for a while, so we'll pull them up here. A Japanese player. Are you familiar with that player at all?
I have heard of them. I'm not too familiar with them.
Any Extreme Coup fun facts, feel free to share in the chat, and maybe we'll steal it here for the broadcast. But, all right, I'm going to pull them up here.
And then if we want to put up alongside them, because I know it's a mode that you like, Minzy is doing TGM 1 big.
Yes. Lightrod, I guess Lightrod or David, whoever's watching, if you can share me their link, I'd be appreciate it.
Yep.
All right. So Extreme Coup and Minzy. Minzy's playing Giant mode. Awesome. I also heard, I didn't realize there was an item mode kind of thing. I'd be interested to watch that if anybody wants to give that a go. I think I saw some players in our Block Party TV channel suggested possibly doing that. So let me know and I can pull you up and maybe we can talk about that for a little bit. Also, I guess before we do that, let's check in on Corion. I guess we were in Kirby mode for a minute there. Who I believe just got a master on. They were on death mode, right? I think Corion's going for death mode run. So
yes,
we got a master from Corion there. So we'll add
so Ku is actually a former world record holder. So we are going to see some incredible gameplay here.
Ooh, awesome. I think they have. I saw they had a player cam too, so they're going to be showing off their control.
Yeah. Yep, Kirby gets their own master grade in death.
I think Corion will be replacing our final placeholder score. All right. Very cool. Ooh. Corion sound up.
やっぱレバー軽いから横入っちゃいますね。
Another thing you'll also find with a lot of really long-term TGM players is a lot of them actually own their own arcade boards.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to really lean into this kind of hobby or try to get the best of this kind of game, I think a lot of players will have respect for the history of the game, I guess, and like the culture of it, right? I mean, part of the reason players probably get into like an arcade game like this is, I don't know whether it's nostalgia or what it is, or you grew up in the arcades or just like arcade style games. Yeah, I think I want to say most people that get into TGM have arcade sticks at home, probably. So, all right, Extreme Coup is coming up here, and we're also gonna get Minzy on.
ああ、ちょっとそう3列目のつもりだったんですけど、左端行っちゃいました。
Of course, every stream has different sound, so apologies if there's any jump scares.
Quite a lot of hitbox, mixbox, keyboard players as well. Yeah, I use an arcade stick myself, so.
All right, Extreme Coup getting started with a master run here on TGM2.
Yep. See reset? Yeah. I thought we might have seen a reset there.
So players will reset typically. I guess that makes sense. So they have that clean
If
run.
it's before like level 15, you miss drop. Like it just makes sense to do a
Yeah,
quick
yeah.
reset. Like you don't see it on people doing that in the arcades. Like you just play it out because every play costs you
Right.
100 yen or 30 cents or whatever. But yeah, when you're just playing at home and you just want to have fun, you just reset. And yeah, the ACA port, the first good ports to make it stateside. There is also the, like, let's call it the black sheep of the franchise, TGM Ace, which came out on the Xbox 360. I know very little about that game, unfortunately. All I know is that it wasn't very well received. or it was well received, but, like, there were some major problems with it.
I think, well, I know now because I remember I like to try to play old Tetris games, and I was trying to play it on the OG Xbox, and I know you have to be like signed into Xbox Live to get some of the features, which is like unfortunate.
Yeah, that might have been what it was, where, yeah, most of the good content is locked behind an Xbox Gold subscription. Yeah.
All right.
But thankfully now we've got the ACA ports, and it's just everything's available to you. They've even got some bonus modes in there. Like, they've got the caravan mode for normal and big block, and being able to have, what was it, in TGM1 there's like the hyper rotation feature or something they called it, which I've never actually used.
Hyper rotation.
Yeah, I don't know very much about it. All I know is that it shows up on the screen whenever you go into it, and I've just always kept it disabled.
So you mentioned big mode, and Minzy is playing big mode currently. This is I've played more big mode than actual master mode on TGM, so I like watching it. I also it's just a fun like pickup game for me. So there's some like weird things about it, such as like oh, what is it? Because you can actually place your blocks on those in between rows or columns.
You can do that in TGM1, yes. So that was actually changed in 2.
Oh, it is changed in
So
2. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Minzy is on TGM1 here, though, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Odd blocking, which is just an easy way to say, you messed up, your game's over now, for the most part. 2 has other problems. I don't know what they are. I just know that like it's very hard. I think it's the lock delay is the big one.
Yeah. So what are some of the main? Is TGM 1 or 2 big mode considered harder?
TGM 2 big mode is much harder. So that odd blocking is actually good because it means that the pieces can rotate a lot more flexibly.
Okay, that makes sense.
So yeah, once you get into 20G, it becomes actually reasonable to play. That big is around 200 times harder, says Switchbard's Corner, and I would believe Switchbard's Corner in this instance.
Now I'm scared to try a big mode on TGM 2.
Only one person's ever cleared it. Far out.
Okay, that makes sense. There have been a lot more TGM 1 clears, but I know an old hard drop buddy of mine, Sisu, I remember attempted that quite a few times. I don't know if it was Sisu that cleared it. Somebody I'm probably familiar with, but
yeah. And each big line clear gives you 2 levels because it's an odd block. But in TGM 2, it'll only give you 1 as well, apparently. So the game just lasts a lot longer. You've got to survive much longer.
yeah, I recommend checking out Bake Mode for anyone that's new to the series. Feel free to share the code in our chat. I used to have it memorized, but I haven't played in a while.
Left,
some trivia for you.
down, CBA, I think.
Left, down.
Or if you're playing on the ACA ports, there is just a dedicated mode for it.
Oh, welcome in, Higgins. Sisu's still playing? I don't think so. I think Sisu was the other player that used to make like Tetris art kind of stuff too, which is cool. Or I might be mixing up some players, but yes, shout out to the OGs who walked so we can run.
What's the big difference between TGM and NES just in terms of competition? So there is a versus mode in TGM. It's much more like a modern versus mode though, where you're sending garbage to each other. There's also items. It's a very weird mode, but it's also very good. I've never had the chance to play it, unfortunately, because Australia, we don't really have much of a TGM community down here. But yeah, like, it's good.
Alright, so how's Extreme Q doing? Looks like they're at grade 3. They had a few resets in there, so probably going for a big score.
Yep. Definitely seems like what you're doing. Could you do with rollback on Fightcade? Probably. I don't know.
Okay.
I like to play the official versions.
So Minzy, yeah, you can get pretty high, I know you can get S9 like fairly quickly with I guess those high scoring in big mode on
Well, it's because every single you clear is technically a double.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So double is a Tetris.
So a double is a Tetris, yeah.
Is there a score bonus for like an actual Tetris,
Combos?
like the 8 lines?
No, but there is score bonuses for combos. So double, double, double. You like, I don't think you can actually get 3 Tetrises in a row. Just because of how the randomizer works. There might be like 1 or 2 seeds where you can. Meanwhile, in big mode, that happens all the time. Yeah, PMX says TGM 2 versus very good. The items have a bunch of strategy, where it's less Mario Kart. It's a very good game, yeah.
If you are looking to find that experience, if you're here in the US or looking to travel, yeah, usually Alex Kerr, Kataru, brings out a TGM 1 and 2 setup to the CTWC. So if you want to watch some classic Tetris and then play some Tetris Grandmaster on the side, which we also did this year in Pasadena. Yeah, we played a bit of the versus. The versus is crazy because you can top out pretty quick with all the items in the mix and whatnot. Yep. Extreme Q hitting that. I love the music. Change.
Yeah, the music switches over. So now Extreme Q's in instant gravity. Or 20G as we call it. because the piece falls 20 lines per frame.
All right.
So, what I find really interesting is that in the cancelled Grandmaster 4, or like we don't know if it's cancelled, if they're still working on it. Like, as of right now, cancelled. I'll put it that way. The instant gravity actually did not drop all the way to the bottom of the field because it's programmed to drop 20 for 20G, but the playfield in TGM 4 was like 22 pieces tall because the piece spawned a little bit higher than normal, which is a nice little like gimmick fact that is never going to be relevant because that game hasn't come out.
We're into the S ranks for Extreme Coup here. Still got a while to go here. I guess it's hard to see from my point of view here, but I think we're at the 600s.
So
for
once
the
we
level.
yeah. So it's not like a dedicated science or anything, but 0 to 500 generally is about the first 2/3 of the game in terms of time. I want to say because you start off with wanting to get 60 seconds per section, and by the end of it, you want to get 40 seconds per section.
Oh, I think Mahara-san is in the chat. Welcome in, Mahara-san.
Oh, hello, Mahara. Don't talk about it. Totally fine. Sorry about that.
All right, so looks like we're gonna have some Extreme Coup's playing pretty clean. I like this high center. I believe it's called pyramid stacking. Maybe depending on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's pyramid stacking because you need to be able to move your pieces left and right, and when the piece falls instantly, you need to be able to actually have that range of movement. TGM versus the closest Tetris will ever be a fighting game. I do think that's a very good comparison. Honestly, like, TGM in general is actually quite close to a fighting game, especially some of like the older ones, because a lot of the time you will just be in situations where there is a scenario that you've never experienced and you just have to guess if it's going to work or not, and sometimes you just have to go for it. Like, you don't have time to be able to lab it out, you don't have time to be able to, like, you know, work out, is this going to work 100%? You just have to go for it and hope for the best. Because, yeah, the garbage in TGM is also very interesting because, unlike modern games where it's a bit randomized, it is entirely deterministic. So whatever you actually do in the game is what the garbage gets sent, basically. So if you send a Tetris, they will get 3 lines of garbage in the exact same row. And just an S8, unfortunately, so it didn't meet the requirements for the invisible roll.
I see. So I think Extreme Coup is likely going to once again attempt here. I'll mark down their S8 though for the current leaderboard.
S8 is still a very, very good score.
Very nice.
So he says it is a fighting game. Yeah, that's fair. Alrighty, let's try and get some other people playing.
Yeah, I think Extreme Coup started on death mode here. And yeah, let's get some other players in the mix. Also, I want to see, where did Minzy? I wonder what their high score in giant mode is here. Let's take a look at Minzy playing in giant mode. I'll turn on their sound for a little bit.
Had at least one better game.
Oh, Minzy had one better game. Looks like they are micing it for right now. So let's go back to the player scene here.
Back to the soundtrack, yeah. Yeah, you can see, like, you know, why big mode is so hard, because it's like TGM1, like, there is no room for making any sort of mistake. Like, you make one mistake, and even if you just get unlucky, like, sometimes it's not the point of, like, RNG, but sometimes you just won't get given the right pieces.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a bad string of pieces, you're going to feel it very quickly in big mode.
Yeah.
I have seen some really clever stacking to accommodate for, like, I guess also if you, in the back of your head, are kind of, like, working through the possibilities, maybe if you have a good feel on where you are within your bag, right? Or your like,
well, that's actually a good point. Like,
yeah.
we should probably talk about how the randomizer works, because this is not actually a bag-based system, at least in TGM 1 and TGM 2. Basically, what it does is, and I'm probably going to get this very slightly wrong, so I'm sorry, it will randomize sort of like NES Tetris, where it's completely random, but it will re-roll the pieces if it's shown up in the last 4 pieces that you've been given, or something along those lines. Okay. So it's a bit of a timeout there, that's alright. So basically you can sort of predict which pieces you're going to get, but also, like, you are very susceptible to sort of getting droughted. Like, it's either anti-drought or anti-flood prevention. I can't remember which one it's actually good for. Soup says you can't just call everything with execution requirement head-to-head strategy to find a game. Yes, we can.
So I see we have a Xylos streaming. I'm not familiar with Xylos, but we'll check out their gameplay. They're doing a TGM1 Master. Who else have we? I think we'll definitely want to cover some of these earlier submissions. I think Jackanoid. I think we'll try to get Jackanoid up.
Jackanoid's
okay.
Very well known in the community.
Awesome.
It's a fighting game that you're fighting the game, yeah. So Xylos, who we're going to see on stream in a minute, I'm just pulling up their records page. Looks like they've got a 10-minute TGM1 master time, which is very fast.
10-minute TGM1. That is really fast. I actually can kind of grasp that a little bit, because I've mostly played TGM1.
Yeah, if you can get a 12-minute time, like, you're pretty comfortable with how the game works. If you can get an 11-minute time, you've been playing, like, extremely long, like, grinding it out, going for speed. If you can get less than 10 minutes, like, you can probably, like, show up to events. Less than 10 minutes. Oh, sorry, like, above 10 minutes. Sorry, that's a better way to put it. So if the score says 10, is a better way to put it. Here we go, here's Xylos. It looks like they're actually playing 20G mode.
Very cool. I believe there's a code you can input to start on 20G mode, right?
Yep. Down, CBA.
Very nice. And yeah, I recommend it, even just if you're trying to, like, if you're frustrated, because sometimes when you get to the, like, high levels, it kind of catches you off guard if you're new to the game. You can always just practice in 20G, and then once you get a little comfortable, you can start doing some regular master runs, right?
Oh, I have put so many hours into TGM1 20G. Unfortunately, the scoring isn't really well designed for it, because you get points for soft dropping and clearing lines that way in the early game. Mm-hmm. So the S4 requirement before 20G is actually very hard to hit. All the time requirements are extremely easy. It's just the score requirements that become the actual problem. Switchfire says, what about Sub 9? Sub 9 is literally only you and 777. Like, if you can get Sub 9, you are quite possibly the greatest player to ever exist. And here's Jackanoid.
I'm inspired a little bit. I don't know. I'm curious if any other people new to TGM kind of want to play now. I don't know. I like to hear the history of the game, and I feel like knowing the culture a little bit. That's kind of what got me into classic Tetris, for example, right? Just the awesome players and seeing how they all approach a game in their own way. And
Sub 9 is top 2 places on the leaderboard. And even then, you've got Switch Palace at 859, just barely scraping in there for an incredible time. And then you got 777, the world record holder, at 8:48, which has been standing since like 10 years at this point. Like, it is a ridiculous time. Q has an 8:55? I did not know that. Okay.
Oh, well, in that case, maybe we should pull up Extreme Q. I assume they can do much better than that S8 if I hear that. So, I think I did see them get a GM before the stream started. I was seeing if anyone was in the category, the Twitch category, before we went live. And
Switch Pals. I'm talking about TGM 1, not TGM 2. Oh yeah, the Absolute Plus doesn't have a lot of Japanese players. That's actually true as well. Like a lot of like Switch Palace knows, like, you know, Switch Palace just knows all of the records. I'll just put it that way. Like, they've been in the community for so long that I don't even know when they joined. I want to say at least probably like 10, 15 years, maybe longer. I think TGM sort of kicked off around about 2004 in the West. I might be wrong on that.
all right, let's dial in on Jackanoid here, who I think is getting pretty far along in their. I want to assume this is a master run here.
This is a master mode run, yeah. I love that. Like, you just get these like little tidbits of information from FPC every now and then. Like, there's a sub-9 mystery player who got the record, or not the record, but like, you know, got the attempt, and then instantly sold their board on an auction site. And it's like,
Yeah, it's the mystery players that get you. Whenever there's a mystery
really
player
is.
in any Tetris game, it always, like, is it a alternate account? Who is it? I gotta, like, do some private investigation for a moment and make sure it's not somebody I already know.
yeah. Oh, stacking to the absolute ceiling there.
Something I was just curious, a selfish question for me. I was curious,
Yep.
Do you know where green tea lies when it comes to, like, Tetris Grandmaster skill? I know they play, and every time I see them, they do pretty well, but I'm just curious. I think they're pretty high on some of the port leaderboards as well. But I'll have to double check.
So green tea, I am not 100% sure where they sit on leaderboards. I think they're a Grandmaster in... They're definitely Grandmaster in 1. TGM 1, 901, so very fast time, all GMs. Okay. So TGM 1, TGM 2, and TGM 3. Probably World and Classic for TGM 3 as well.
Did you catch what Jackanoid ended on with the grade there? They must have not. Maybe they didn't hit the threshold they were looking for.
S6,
S6,
I think.
okay.
According to Kirby. Maybe that was S6 going into 900, I'm not sure.
Oh.
Alrighty, let's see who else we've got on stream.
Yeah, let's hop back to our two-player video, because I think Silos was making their way through TGM1 here.
Yeah. Have we featured D4 yet tonight?
No, they are on deck, so we'll get D4 in here.
Absolutely.
And then, yeah, we're going to have to get a refresh on our side here from the Block Party TV channel. So if you are looking to be featured, be sure to share your channel at the Enhance Discord, discord.gg/enhance. And there should be a Block Party category and a Block Party TV channel within it where you can share your streams or clips. S7 at top out, thank you.
There we go. SBC thinks that a sub-7 time might be possible for, I'm assuming, TGM2.
Sounds crazy.
Yeah. TGM2 hasn't really been, like, as optimized as TGM1, I don't think. Just because, like, there is a lot more... you should be able to post links. There you go, we've got Xylus approaching the end of the game.
Yeah, it looks like they are definitely on that GM. Pretty fast pace, actually. At least to someone like me.
This is quite a fast pace,
Yeah.
but I think they're also playing on 20G mode. So they do get that benefit of the early game being quite a bit faster. But still, like, this is probably going to be, I want to say, like a 10-20 clear?
Given no major mistakes here.
Given no major mistakes, obviously, yeah.
Kind of a tricky board, at least to me, it seems like. I'm not sure what the best way
It is a bit of a tricky one.
Yeah.
And here's actually another good time to point out. So you can see the level is stuck at 899 right now. Or it was. I've just realized I've been looking at the stream and not the faster view. But there is what we call like the level stop, where once you get to a level of 99, you are forced to actually clear a line. So you can't just survive. And so it'll happen here at the end as well. Like they'll probably, if they're unlucky, they'll get stuck at 998, and you won't actually get the clear until you get that one last line, getting the 999, clearing the game.
All right, final 30 lines here.
6TV says TGM1 is better than 2 or 3. It's very much a matter of opinion. I think you'll find a lot of players these days do think that TGM1 is the better game. And there we go, there's a Grandmaster ranking for TGM1.
Very nice. Credit roll.
Very nice. Most people in the community tend to enjoy TGM1 just for the simplicity. 2 is very well popular because it allows you to just have so much speed, and death mode is just very fun to chill out and play. And then 3 has got, like, you know, the accessibility options of being able to play with the modern rule set or the classic rule set. So they all have their positives. They all have reasons why people might, like, find them a little bit frustrating. Mm-hmm. It's really just whichever one you click with the best. TGM1 is infinite depth. Yeah, like, it's a bit of a joke in the community, like, you know, no one will ever agree on, like, you know, what is the best game in the series.
Is there any, I'm just curious, so for post-GM on TGM1, is there any, like, staff things you can go for? Or credit roll kind of things? No? Okay.
So there is nothing to do with the credits in TGM1. You will, like, if you get the credits, you get a Grandmaster ranking, basically. I'm pretty sure if you don't get the requirements, it will just not play the credits, and it will instead say, congratulations, but next time go for the Grandmaster ranking, or something like that.
Got it.
I do really, really like the quote that we get from TGM3. Congratulations, but let's go better next time.
You could not be
it is
satisfied.
such a good line. Alrighty.
So we're going to get D4 in here.
D4, absolutely. Yeah, the credits are a victory lap reserved for GMs and TGM1, says Partyman X. Whereas in the later games, the credits become part of the requirement to get your Grandmaster ranking. Hello, Xylus in the chat as well.
Welcome to Xylos. Nice run.
Congratulations on your GM.
And yeah, thank you. Also, just a big thank you to... I am really happy with the TGM turnout. So, yeah, Light Rod and everybody that was spreading the word. Thank you.
Yeah. So it looks like we've got Jack and Ode playing some item mode. I am not very familiar with item mode, so I'm sort of going into this a bit new as well.
Jack and Noe just extended their time on our stream because I want to see item mode. Okay.
So it looks like, yeah, you can see the next icon next to the piece preview will start to flash every now and then, and that means that an item's coming up. And then when you clear the line that has the item in it, it will trigger that effect. So red ones are negatives. I don't know what the other... I think blues are positives or neutrals.
Okay. Is it normal mode? I feel like I literally was playing the TGM 2 on the Switch for the first time the past few weeks, and isn't there items in the normal mode? Or am I...
There is. So at level 100, you will get a knockdown similar to actually Tetris Block Connected. When you go into connected mode and all the pieces just cascade down.
Mm-hmm.
And then at level 200, you will get half of your board vanishes. So every even line or every odd line, I think.
Turn up Jack and Noe to here so we can hear some of the item sound effects. I think we are approaching another giveaway timing here. So if you are looking to try out TGM, if you do not own the game on the Switch, we are giving away some free codes. So type in Block Party in the chat if you are interested. Yeah, Block Party, one word. Thank you, Commando. Yes, and TGM 1 or TGM 2 Plus for the Nintendo Switch.
Oh, the sound effects of the items are very good.
The sound on TGM in general is just so awesome. It gives me, yeah, the early arcade vibes, and it's like, in a way, kind of like preserved like a time capsule. Oh, it looks like a D4 with a GM grade, and I think this was standard TGM 1 Master.
I think this was standard, yeah.
So we'll get them added to our running list here. Very nice. Oh.
Alrighty. Dino's TGM 1, yes.
Very nice.
So the easy way to tell is that TGM 1 has the backgrounds that don't really move at all. TGM 2 has the animated ones that look like a factory. And then TGM 3 is all space. So each of the games has got their own theming. And the theming is just amazing as well. Like, the music of the games is solid. The sound effects are solid. It's just a very well put together game. Alrighty. So you can watch a bit of the early game from Deninu here.
Yeah, I think the early game is underrated because it definitely is a different feel, and I do like the progression as a player, right?
Yeah.
Just like kind of chilling out, soft dropping. Although at the same time, if you want to get that GM grade, you have to move pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Ooh, got a rainbow. Oh, that looks cool.
Yeah, that's the color block.
How does that work? That was trippy. I don't even know what happened.
I'm pretty sure it's just designed so you can't really see
Oh, it's
where
like
you're
an
actually putting the
invis
piece.
kind of thing. Okay.
We got Death Block, which is just a big block, I'm pretty sure. Yep.
Oh no. Or was that?
So this is why
intentional?
people like...
Uh,
I'm not sure. I think it might have been one-off.
yeah, I thought it was one.
Because they had a chance for a double.
I wasn't sure if they were
Yep,
those,
so
like,
there's...
tree strats for a second.
Yeah. Like, item mode is very, very interesting. It's almost a bit like mystery mode that you can find in Tetris Effect. where random things just happen, but you've got a lot more control over what actually happens. Alrighty. Ninu is approaching level 300.
Oh, and I see some other new submissions to our Block Party TV channel, so we'll get that checked out here in a moment. I think Critical Effect, Charlotte, and Sight we're going to try to get up on our screen. By the way, I mentioned a giveaway and then I didn't actually give it away. So, yes, we're going to do a roll here for the TGM 1 on Nintendo Switch. In drumroll, please. All right. Oh my God, that's rigged for Commando.
Rigged.
I don't know about that. I guess does Commando even have it? Well, if you don't have it, maybe we'll gift you behind the scenes here, Commando, so that it doesn't seem so rigged. All right, Tillbox, you are our TGM1 winner. Congratulations if you were watching.
Oh, it looks like Tsunani's switching over to TGM2.
Alright, I got you, Commando. But, yeah, Stillbox is our TGM1 on Switch winner. Congrats. And we're going to do a TGM2 roll, as Lightrod mentioned here, for Jose.
Nice.
Is that a play on lettering or
Oh,
what?
okay. Here we...
But, yes, congratulations. And you are the TGM2 Plus Nintendo Switch game code winner. And yeah, Tillbox and Jose message me on the Discord. I'm Austin from Enhance at discord.gg/enhance, or you can directly message Enhance Experience on Twitch. Here, I'll drop a message here in the chat if that's easier for you. But you might have a faster response time on Discord if you are trying to get that game code right away. Okay.
We've got Donado who's going for some secret grade right now, which is a very, very fun mini challenge. From what I remember, and I'm probably going to get it slightly messed up, this used to be a challenge that people just do themselves in the arcades on old Sega Tetris cabinets. And then when TGM came out, they decided we're going to actually put this in as something that gets recognized by the game.
Yeah, very cool. And I think a lot of games pay homage to it ever since.
A lot of them do, yeah. Like, you can sort of tell what's going on, even if you've never heard of Secret Grade before. You're just stacking in that pattern, bottom left, up to the side, and then circling back to the top right.
Yeah, and even if it isn't officially recognized in the game, people will try to do secret grades within any Tetris game, depending on the rule set.
We are getting very close here.
I just had a weird thought.
No, I think that's like an S6, I think. No, it's like an S7.
Oh, yeah, actually, it wouldn't work. I was wondering if...
It might be a 6.
It'd be really cool if there was
S6,
like some
yeah.
kind of secret grade you can do in the Tetris Effect connected with like 3-player boards. But I guess the Cascade wouldn't let that happen.
The Cascade would kind of mess things up, yeah. You can probably do something with it. Giacomo is still playing on items. Here comes the Dark Block. It just hides the entire field.
How much difficulty do items add when it comes to getting like a GM grade?
I don't know. I'll defer to the chat for that one because I haven't really played with items at all, unfortunately. Abutu got a GM after we switched away. That's unfortunate. But still, congratulations. Oh, you actually can't get GM with items disabled. Okay.
Oh,
That makes it
Abutu
very
got
easy.
GM. Yeah, very nice. We had you on for a bit, but congrats on that. We can upgrade you on the leaderboard here, too.
Yeah, item world record is over a minute slower than the regular one. I'm pretty sure that's just because there's so many animations that play. Alrighty. So it might have critical effect up next.
Yeah, I'm gonna get critical effect and then sight, I believe.
Yep, psychokinesis.
Yes. So working on getting you two up if you are lurking in our stream.
Hello, Manu.
We'll let these two games kind of unfold. I want to see this secret grade, and then
Yeah.
I think we're getting a little deep in this item run too.
We're reaching... Yeah.
If D4, if you get your secret grade, definitely share it with us, and we can try to highlight it. All right, maybe D4 gave up and is going into some looks like death mode.
Looks like they're going into some death mode, yeah.
I'm getting the hang of it, Light Rod. I was able to spot it out. I love the unique spins that D4, like just the subtle ones that I'm not used to seeing that are unique to TGM. Yeah.
Oh, I've shown some people some footage in the past that have only ever played Modern, and they think, like, you know, how the T piece operates in TGM is absolutely cursed. But to me, it's just second nature. Like, at this point, it's not even things that you really think about. It's just like, oh yeah, the T piece can slide into there, and then you show it to a modern Tetris player, and like, what is that doing?
All right, we're gonna work on getting our new players up here. So sight and critical effect up next. And yeah, we've covered a lot of players so far. I think it's like around approaching like maybe 10 to 15. So thank you everyone that has made it out. We definitely got to do some more TGM events in the future.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
It is just a very good game. It's fun to watch. It's fun to commentate. Like, alrighty.
All right, looks like Sight is playing TGM 1. All right.
Yeah. Oh, look at that crispy.
Oh, got a
Yeah, okay, you can tell this is someone that owns their own PCB. Oh, this is crispy and I love it.
like a VHS recording.
Yeah. There's just something that it just feels so nice when you see arcade games played like this. It just looks so good.
Yeah, we got TGM and Tap on Classic Tetris for the Tetris Block Party, celebrating 40 years of Tetris. Big shout out to Tetris Official for putting this all together. We're actually live on Tetris Official Instagram and Twitter/X. So big thanks to them for helping put this all together and spotting the prizes for our upcoming tournaments, which registration is open for, by the way. I've been talking about, hey, let's get everyone into TGM, but I love all Tetris games, Light Rod. We actually have Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 and Tetris Effect Connected Zone Battle tournaments coming up, so whether you are a new player or haven't taken the dive, or an experienced player, you should consider playing. We're going to have amateur brackets and stuff like that, so you're not going to have to play against the Akashi Robos, the Amamayas, the insert good player name here of the scene, and you can kind of chill out and play your own tournament with your own players around your skill level, which will be fun. And yeah, Light Rod, you'll be helping me out with managing that. So if you are playing, you'll probably talk to one of us at some point. So
yeah, I won't be on comms again, thankfully. I'd definitely prefer to sit in the back end and just manage things like that.
It's been good to pick your brain apart for TGM. I think TGM seems to be your bread and butter when it comes to.
It really is, yeah.
All right, so we're also going to get critical effect up here. I think critical effect played in our Game Boy showcase as well, so maybe they're a newer player. And it looks like they're going for secret grade, and they're pretty close to it.
Oh, nice.
Oh, they just had a reset as soon as right when I was about to show it, they were getting a little close there, but I jinxed it before we showed it on screen.
Commentator's curse. And yeah, like, ooh, that's very loud.
Yeah, sorry. I knew a jump scare might have been coming in there. Sorry about that. Okay. What were you about to say?
It's been a long
before we got
time.
Jump scared? Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's been a very long time since I've actually done secret grade. I used to do attempts for this all the time. And I haven't actually in like the past, I almost want to say like year and a half. But yeah, it's definitely tempting me to try and get back into it and give it another shot. Because secret grade, when you get it, it is very satisfying. I think my record is like an S8 or something, so like 2 lines away from the top.
Yeah, and what does it take to get to the very top? Maybe a lucky string of pieces, or
a bit of luck, unfortunately. Yeah. You need to like find the perfect way to basically cap off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, SPC is like secret grade is fun for the first 90%, and then the last little bit is just a slot machine.
Yeah. It's a bit easier to nail that secret grade in like newer games because of the accessibility features.
When you've got hold pieces, when you've got like, a proper bag system so you can guarantee a certain piece is going to show up, it is a lot easier.
You know what's fun to go for secret grade in is NES Tetris though? Yeah. Okay. I have participated.
You've got to be doing
in
that
some,
like level 0 though, because
races.
of how really.
TGM
3 secret grade, yeah.
Has anyone ever tried to do it on Game Boy? I don't know if I've ever seen that. That'd be funny.
I'd imagine so.
Yeah, I would think so. I just haven't witnessed it yet.
Yeah. Alrighty. Yeah. According to SBC, there are 20 TGM 3 secret grades and 5 absolute secret grades. And I'd imagine that TGM 1 is going to be very similar, so about 5-ish. Maybe the randomizer's a little bit different. But for the most part, TGM 1 and TGM 2 are very much the same bread and butter. Like, you get the same rotations, you get the same kicks. Really, the only difference is the sonic drop and the speed once the game gets going. And scoring, obviously, but... Alrighty. So they've made it the turnaround.
Yeah, pretty good progress.
This is some very good progress, yeah.
I would love to see a secret grade live. Ooh, rough piece there. I guess
yeah.
Maybe that square on the left, but easier said than done. It's easier for me to say that.
Oh, absolutely easier said than done, yeah. Especially once you do get to like, that middle or almost late game really, where the speed does actually start to impact where you can put your pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it does become very hard very quickly. You get a little bit of a reprieve once you hit level 200 because the speed curve resets, but then it just kicks into overdrive.
Also, if you are kind of playing along with the mainstream here tonight, definitely share your scores if your scores are not updated here in the leaderboard. I saw how good Extreme Q was, and they're still at an S8, so I assume they might have a GM by now. But yeah, we'll get you added here to the leaderboard if you want to share your scores in the chat or on the Discord. I think Ubuntu, I got your GM in there. But a lot of GM so far tonight, Light Rod.
Yeah. I mean, these are a lot of very good players.
And yeah, SPC Switch Palace Corner with the. Also, what is the inspiration for that name? I saw that your thumbnail was
I'm pretty
like,
sure it's Mario World.
Yeah. I think it's just such a unique name. I liked it, but yeah, SPC with the Death GM 453.
Yep.
Very nice. Get that upgraded.
And it got mentioned before, but I'll mention again, SPC does also play on actual hardware, so proper arcade board. And they have spent, I assume, quite a lot of time and money getting that video signal to look as good as it does. Because it looked flawless. There is something to be said for, like, you know, the game's looking nice and crunchy like Sight, though. Like, it feels very authentic.
Yeah, I see some chatter about the big mode in TGM2, aka
discussing why it's harder versus easier. Yeah, Tap Big is way harder.
I haven't called out anyone yet from TikTok, but I see a Vince HD just joined TikTok. Welcome in. I am going to call you out uniquely, but yeah, welcome in, Vince.
Let's see. Have we got anyone else that's talking? Oh, here we go. We've got Erika Waifu is currently going for a sub 10 in TGM 120G mode. So we might go to them up next.
What was the name? Sorry. Let's see.
Erika Waifu.
Oh, they just added it. Okay, cool.
Yep.
And I think there was another Charlotte. We could try to get Charlotte up here as well. All right, Critical Effect. I believe in you. Now's your time to get oh, never mind. So much for my spiel. Secret Grade is brutal.
Oh, yeah. No, it's very much one of those things where you just zen out and you grind out like 3 hours of attempts.
Did we catch what Sight's highest score was so far? I'm having a TGM overload, but that is not a bad thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was an S7 or an S8.
Okay.
They got very close and just got unlucky near the end. Yeah, everyone in chat just still discussing why big mode is so much harder on 2 than 1. And yeah, if people have got any questions, like, now is probably the best time to ask them. Like, we've got the stream going on. We've got so many, like, you know, well-known community members in the chat.
Yeah, so cool.
Like, if you're curious about any part of the games, feel free to chat as well. Like, it's just a nice chill-out session, really. And
yes, I always love how the Tetris community will give you all the details you want in a great answer. With I noticed with TGM, maybe I'm just spoiled from Kataru, who's a friend of mine, but Alex Kerr, kind of the encyclopedia of all things Tetris. But if I ever ask a simple question, I'm going to get like the best answer ever, very detailed, possibly a paragraph.
More than you expected, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like from the TGM community, I see that a lot, which I really appreciate. All right, so we're going to get some other players up here.
Alrighty.
Rico Waifu. Or waifu, excuse me, if I triggered anyone with that pronunciation. All right.
No worries, Xylus. Thanks so much for coming in today. Like, we've had so many people being featured already. Like, it's really nice to see the TGM community out in full force.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm definitely inspired, and hopefully we can get some more TGM streams in the future from, you know, thank you Official Tetris for allowing us to put all these games together. And I think I don't know. I think it's always good for everyone, whatever Tetris game you play, if everyone comes together and like supports each other, right? And cross games, etc. So yeah, excited to have more events like this in the future, and hopefully the TGM community appreciates it and will come out to more as well. We'll definitely try to do some more things like this.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
SPC with some more absolutely ridiculous lore in the chat. Alrighty. Critical effect at the turnaround again. And after this, we're probably going to be going over to some 20G TGM1.
Yeah, it's getting it set up behind the scenes here.
All good. Bit of an unlucky sequence there. Might be able to recover it though. There we go. That's a pretty good recovery, especially this high up the board.
Great. And yeah, I think we still have one more giveaway to do before we close out our stream for our final copies of TGM1 and TGM2 for the Nintendo Switch. If you're looking to play it on the go, or if you already have it, if you want to try to
Give it to a friend.
Yeah.
Convince someone else to get into it.
exactly bring them into the cult, if I may say a word like that, but in a loving way. Yes, we were about to do a giveaway. Type in Block Party in the chat, all just one word. And if you are unclear on the instructions there, just type in the giveaway command. And yeah, we're going to give away TGM1 and TGM2 for the Switch. And again, big thanks to everyone that's been playing so far tonight. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm definitely inspired. I'm going to be on the grind a little bit, and maybe you'll see my name show up in some of those community discords. Oh, I don't think Charlotte is streaming anymore, unfortunately. Maybe we can bring up some of the other players that didn't get too much screen time.
Yeah, I'm having a quick look through who else is live right now, because we've got a lot of people playing right now.
I think we should bring up Extreme Coup again.
Yep, absolutely.
I think that was a very talented player where we saw maybe some of their lower level games for a shorter period of time. And maybe
And it looks like Kirby's actually playing some Secret Grade as well right now.
Okay, could do that.
He wasn't streaming, unfortunately, but Manu just got a new personal best as well, I think.
Awesome.
So, shout out to them.
Yes. We love all personal bests in the Tetris community.
Oh, here we go. Here's Ku back.
All right, Ku, show us what you got. Yeah, you mentioned Kirby, so we'll get Kirby up as well. Let's see if somebody will get a secret grade. Kirby, by the way, yeah, there's a lot of factoids about Kirby, considering the Kirbytris in Tetris Effect Connected is named after Kirby, a 21 line clear. Also very talented at classic score, or I'm sorry, just like NES Tetris or classic Tetris. referred to as classic score attack within Tetris Effect. Yeah, she managed to win the, what was it, the 2021 or 2022? I'm getting my years mixed up. 2021 tournament.
Yeah, I do love how Grandmaster Tetris is. It's the perfect fusion between modern and classic as well in a lot of ways. Like you get the really difficult stacking situations and the cruel randomizer from the classic games, but then you also get the really fast movement and delayed auto shift from the modern games. You get some kicks, but not all of them. So you're still incentivized to go 4 Tetrises, but you can recover your stack. It's just a very, very well put together series, all things considered.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right, let's get a look at Kirby's secret grade attempt here. Getting up there. I always hope for the best when I'm watching secret grade.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I guess you gotta get lucky from here.
It's basically luck from this point, yeah. S7 is still like S6, S7 you can get pretty consistently. After that, it does become quite random.
I have a question for you. So I know with NES Tetris there is 0 to 19 speedruns, for example.
Yep.
Are there is there race versus categories that the community kind of has in TGMs or anything like that?
I mean, the entire game is mostly time attacked in general. Especially with TGM1, most people, once you can play it somewhat consistently, you can GM every time.
Right.
Or at least 80% of the time, I want to say. So there is a lot of time attack that goes on for TGM1. TGM2, there's a bit of time attacking that goes on, but not really.
Yeah, I guess more so.
you
I'm
mostly
also thinking of in CTWC or Classic Tetris head-to-head, right, where they're just kind of playing single player against each other. I was just wondering if there's any tournaments or any fun formats that any community players kind of come up with.
There have been in the past. So in terms of 1v1s, there was recently something called the Absolute Showdown.
Oh, I was familiar with that, yeah.
I don't know too much about what happened there, unfortunately, because it happened at the wrong time zone for me. But then there's also the community events, like the Carnival of Death, for instance, which is basically
I love that title.
It's such a good title. It's just you sit down, you play death mode, whatever your score you get gets added to an online leaderboard, and then you just keep on playing throughout the entire 2-week period, and everyone's PBs get added up. It's a nice community get together event, sort of like our weekend rituals in a way. For Tetris Effect.
So,
where it's not really a competition, but everyone's still wanting to be the top of the leaderboard, even though it is cooperative.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ku is going very, very good right now. Definitely on pace for the first time requirement, which is 455, level 500, I think. There's also the Masters Tournament in Japan, apparently, which I don't know very much about, unfortunately. But that seems to be TGM1, where you get a handicap based on your PB, which sounds very interesting, and I'm going to have to do some more research on that, because I'm very intrigued now.
Yeah, it'd be cool to watch the pro players try to claw their way back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just curious, because, for example, I was just thinking, I guess my classic Tetris brain was what if we did a 3-2-1 start and whoever has the best time to get a GM, right? Like those kind of things.
Yeah. That happens quite well. I say happens. That did happen a couple of times at Games Done Quick, where they had the Tetris block and like 3 or 4 players on stage at once, all going for the same requirements. I'm not sure how much that actually happens outside of in-person events.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay. Well, Ku is on a tear right now.
Yep.
S5, 643.
So yeah, like I'm probably going to get something slightly wrong here, but the way that TGM 2 works is basically you've got 2 sets of time requirements. You've got the base time requirements, and then you've also got each split has to be better than your previous one, or not better, but like not significantly worse. So you can theoretically have like, you know, a 7-minute TGM 2 run that doesn't actually qualify for Grandmaster because you're a little bit too slow in one section. So it's very hard to tell if you're on pace or not if you make a mistake, because you might be, you might not be.
Either way, it looks like Ku will be upgrading their leaderboard score that we have slotted for them.
I'm slightly wrong, but yeah. Here we go. So I think there is a possibility of Grandmaster here. Let's find out. No, just fading roll, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
That's disappointing. So he must have missed some requirement at some point. I'm not sure which one it was.
Well, hey, we got
but you got the S9, and you got like the base time, which is 8:45. So it might have been missing a Tetris in a section. It might have been playing a little bit too slow in one section.
Okay.
But yeah, like this is why TGM 1 is recommended for a lot of newer players.
Hey, we got some doubles action. Are they using
I think they're playing doubles by themselves.
All right, let's go back to single here. Actually, wait, let's go back because Kirby has a decent
Kirby's
attempt
getting
here.
close. Yeah. And yeah, there's another reason to get your friends into TGM. You can play doubles mode together.
Yes. Is there any single player double mode world records?
There might be. Like, it's a silly mode, but like genuinely, I think there might be some people that go for those attempts. Oh, Kirby's getting very close here.
Ooh. Oh no.
Ooh.
S7
S7,
though.
yeah.
Very nice.
I think it's 6 that's consistent, and then 7's the random, when the randomize really kicks into being tough. According to Switch Pass to the corner, there are some players who cleared doubles by themselves. The solo world record is only 25 seconds slower than the regular doubles world record.
What?
What?
How? I guess you could, with like arcade sticks. It seems crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Is there a lock delay? Kind of.
The lock delay in doubles is really weird. Doubles mode in general just has a lot of really weird scenarios because the line clear delay can't exist because you've got 2 players.
Okay, now I'm intrigued. I was like kind of joking there was a world record, and of course there is. Knowing the Tetris community, I should know better.
I am surprised that it is that close, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious about. I want to see how it's played.
Twitch Palace has sent it through to us.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it is on actual PCB. Wow. I am liking that, and I'm going to watch that after the stream. But that is nuts. Like the TGM community really is like just pushing the game to its limits in a lot of ways.
I almost want to just put that on stream as our outro, but I'll just watch it off stream. Okay. That's super cool. Yeah, I guess so. We are approaching the end of the night. I want to do a last call for the giveaway. Type in Block Party in the chat for your chance to win TGM 1 or TGM 2 on the Nintendo Switch. And also Kirby is close. Let me pull that.
Kirby is getting very close.
Oh, this seems like a good board. You need the right pieces. Oh, that.
Oh,
no.
no.
S7.
That was very close. Yeah, set up perfectly, didn't roll it, so no luck on the slot machine. Ah, that's alright.
Keep gambling. I like that.
Keep gambling.
Not the best PSA, but yes. All right, so yeah, type Block Party in the chat if you want to be entered for the giveaway. We're going to give it away here in just a moment. I'm going to be doing a roll for TGM 1. All right, let's do it. Oh, actually, you know what? I recommend typing Block Party in again, just because I think my Nightbot wasn't tracking chat for a little bit there. So if you already typed it, type it again. Let's get just to celebrate Block Party,
Yeah,
whatever.
just
Spam chat. Yeah, let's put up Block Parties in the chat if you're looking for a code. There we go. And yeah, I'll because I think Nightbot wasn't tracking there for a sec, we'll let it go for a second.
Alrighty.
Okay,
Do you want to bring Ku up on just the one-play screen just so we can have the leaderboard?
Yeah, sure.
Everyone?
Yeah, so here's our leaderboard for tonight. Thank you, everyone that participated. This went pretty smoothly, I think. We covered just about everyone that wanted to be showcased, and we had a lot of high-level play, which was cool.
We covered pretty much every mode as well. Like,
yeah.
I'm struggling to actually think what mode we didn't... I think the only mode we didn't cover was TGM 2 Big Block.
I think we... Oh, maybe we didn't.
We did like 3 TGM 1 Big Blocks, but no TGM 2 Big Block, I don't think.
Is there...
Oh, and TGM Plus.
Is there
Yeah.
item Big Block? Can you do that? This sounds crazy, but...
You might be able to.
Upside
sure.
down mode.
Oh yeah, there's also reverse mode in TGM 1 where the pieces fall upwards.
I don't think I've played that. I didn't even know that was the thing.
It's only accessible with a code.
Well, hey, it's not too late. If anyone wants to showcase a weird mode, we'll pull you up here before we close off the stream. All right, I'm going to do the first drawing here. So, Ursi _ you are the winner of TGM 1 on the Nintendo Switch. Message Enhance Experience. I'm going to wave in the Twitch or head to the Discord, discord.gg/enhance, and directly message Austin, who should be shown in the sidebar there. Discord for a faster response. And then now we're going to roll TGM 2. Boomtang with I'll allow it. I don't know.
All caps name.
Boomtang, if you're Chris Tang, if you already have it, you can gift it to somebody else here in the chat or a community member. But Boom TGM for you, Chris Tang, and
we might need to quickly switch over to watching Switch Palace again because apparently they're going for big item, which just sounds crazy.
My wish has been granted. Let's pull that up. Okay, let me. And yeah, SPC we kind of kicked off the stream with, who I think
makes sense to close the stream with them as well.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe SPC can show off some of the oddity modes before we close out the stream here. Yeah, TGM Plus, I know it's not like a super popular category. You care to explain that?
TGM Plus is just a... TGM Plus is a weird mode because it uses the timings from TGM 1 in the TGM 2 engine, and it also gives you garbage, but the garbage is entirely predictable. But it's also at too fast of a rate to actually be able to handle it. And it's graded based off of your time. Like it's a weird mode.
Also, I'm setting up the stream, and this giant item mode looks cursed in the right way. I say cursed lovingly. Okay.
Who's stacking to the ceiling here?
Oh,
Here
yeah.
we go. Oh my goodness.
I love it. I am going to be playing this maybe later tonight or this weekend. I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna play like everyone does master. That's your thing. I'm gonna master the item bait mode. That's my claim to fame.
Yeah. Also, keep in mind this is TGM 2 big mode,
right,
so this is the one where there's 2 known people that have cleared this mode. I think.
Has anyone ever cleared it with items?
Oh no!
My
oh
god!
No!
I'm gonna say no after seeing that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no. That's that's usually a fine item to roll. No, that's horrible. in the best way. In the best way.
What is the world record for this mode? I am in love. This is like the kind of thing I love to see. Just the weird Tetris modes.
X-ray mode. Yeah, because now you're playing to play a bit invisible as well. Can you get over? Yes.
Somebody has a 900 in this. That's crazy.
What? Yeah, and then there's that odd block that's just ruined everything.
How do you get a 900 with the odd rows? I guess you can kind of.
I think you just have to really just pray not to get one of those items.
I wonder if you can kind of set it up so that the odd rows are in the same column, if that makes sense. I don't know if you can force that though.
You can probably somewhat force it by getting an all clear so that the item doesn't actually go off.
Oh yeah, and you can get items that clear it. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome in, Hubo.
X-ray. I don't think that's going to bother SPC too much. Yeah. You really do just have to play this as safe as possible. But then the game just says, no, you don't get to play safe. We're going to give you a really bad item at the worst time. Oh, is this another bad one?
Oh, that's good.
No, that's fine. Oh, so I think SPC had to actually time that perfectly so that it wouldn't give odd rows. I think. I'm not sure. Because it's bottom half, so if you've got an odd number of rows...
Kirby's playing big item too now.
Kirby's playing big item as well.
Alright, we're having a big item hour encore. No, I'm kidding. But we'll go on for a little bit longer.
Oh no, here it is again. Yep.
You're fortunate that your hosts tonight just love Tetris and TGM, so...
Yeah. Yeah, odd block is going up the stack. Oh, this might be okay. Depends on what it does. Oh no, that was death block, which normally sends you a double-sized block, but in big block mode it just sends you a regular block.
I think if we have both Kirby and SPC in the chat, we should do a giant item head-to-head.
Survival marathon.
Yeah. We could do a 3, 2, 1 start.
There we go.
That sounds kind of funny.
Death block should give you a 4x size block. No, death block should give you a regular size block, just like a little small one. Apparently items come in a bag, so it's predetermined somewhat. So I don't actually know. Oh, come on. Okay. Sorry. SPC is now doing secret grade in death mode. This is just showing off at this point.
Let's see it.
Let's see it. This is actually shockingly good.
You have to keep our interest, SPC, if the stream will go on.
This is actually an incredible attempt.
Yeah.
Like, this is clean.
Kind of a bit of a diversion there, but let's see if we can get it cleaned up. Nice.
Yeah, they were having a
chase
setup
win.
for the ending.
Good try. S4.
Yeah, Esper on death is just amazing. Is Kirby going to go for it? Yeah, Kirby's going for it as well now.
Also, Toad with the raid. Thank you. Welcome in. We are about to finish up our stream, but we just like Tetris too much, so it keeps going on. Yeah, we're celebrating Tetris Block Party, or Tetris Block Party, rather, is celebrating the Tetris 40th anniversary. So thank you, Tetris Official, for allowing this to happen.
Oh, SBC's doing secret grade in big mode.
Wait, is that recognized in game?
I don't think it would be because they are double sized, but maybe.
Okay.
Alrighty,
You're gonna have
after
to
this
be
one,
really lucky. Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty, I think we do that item mode 1v1, and then we're coming up on almost 2.5
Yeah.
hours
Let's finish it
live
up
now.
because
So,
yeah, I actually need to step away as well without somebody getting too mad at me. But maybe we can do a head-to-head real quick if you two are available and ready, just for fun. That'd be a good way to close out the stream. And
we're on classic Tetris, so we got the 3, 2, 1 countdown.
yeah, that is true. We'll do a 5.
We'll do a 5, yeah.
So
I've got that set
what
up
are we doing?
once.
Are we doing item giant?
I think we do item giant and see who survives or who gets the highest ranking.
Yeah, we could do survival or highest ranking, or I guess level.
I think highest level. That
Okay,
way they're not going to
highest level.
stall.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Get yourself set up.
Yeah, we can sync through
then-
chat here. I'll do a longer countdown.
Oh, they're ready. They've both got big block mode enabled. Here we go.
Oh, perfect. Let's do it.
I think you've got to do it. Oh, no,
Oh,
okay,
I can do it here.
Only moderators can use
pull
that.
up my
Here
other
we go. 1 second. Oh, and they've got to re-enable big
Ready.
block.
It's like high noon. There we go.
4,
3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1.
Tetris.
Let's
Tris,
go.
Tris. All right. This is the
Alrighty.
most
Gonna
high
start off
stakes
regular
battle
big
we've ever
mode.
had.
But before long, it's going to get bad. And of course, unlike like a lot of classic tournaments, there's no seed sharing in this. Like, one of them might just get the worst item right off the bat. We don't know. Oh.
Wait, can you spin that? Yes, you can.
This one... Oh, Kirby gets a Bravo. Or an all clear.
Yeah, I think Bravos are... they're easier to come by because you're probably more likely to clear your board with giant
Yeah.
pieces. Still very satisfying. Okay, so... Oh, let me get out of studio mode so I can see this in full screen
Oh,
here.
Kirby's not happy with those pieces. That's right. I think she's going to survive.
SPC already at level 90. Maybe we can do a best of 3 here, just because it might be short.
I mean, you think they're going to be short, but both players are still surviving.
Yeah, I guess if anybody would survive here, it's probably these two.
Kirby gets very, very lucky with that laser. Like, that can easily send just one line. I think you can mash to send more, from what I remember.
Yeah, meanwhile, SBC created some, like, single rows here. So going to need another follow-up item.
Kirby at the top. Might survive.
Oh, that paid off.
Oh, no, and then Kirby gets the worst item.
Okay, what was the level that SBC ended at there?
I will check. SBC topped out at 154. So Kirby's just got to survive about another 20 levels.
155 is the target.
155 is the target.
We have some dead rows there.
Yeah. Ooh. And another item's coming in. Will it be good? I don't know what that item does. Oh no! 151.
Oh, the coin flip.
52, 53,
GG.
54. So Kirby wins this one.
And she can continue to play just because
Yeah.
farther than I'd get in regular big mode. But,
Yeah. And while we let Kirby finish this off, thank you everyone for coming in today. Like, today worked amazingly.
Yeah, it was awesome. Big thanks to the TGM community for making it out. Big thank you to Tetris Official for putting this on. And hopefully we got some other viewers and other Tetris players interested in TGM. I know myself is part of that group. I'm going to be giving that, especially TGM 2. I played a lot of TGM 1, but I barely have any playtime on 2. So it was really good to hear the explanations of these game modes from you, Lightrod, and then everyone in chat who was helping answer questions, etc. So, yeah, looking forward to giving it some playtime. This is available on Nintendo Switch in the
It's
store.
available on Nintendo Switch. It's available on PS4. It's potentially available in your local arcade if you're very, very lucky.
Yeah.
There's, I think it's called like Pier 21 in Japan. It has got a lot of them. And I'm not sure what the other like really well-known arcades are, but there's a list of them you can find online. It's like being able to play this game in person on a real cabinet is definitely one of my goals for once I can afford to travel to Japan. I definitely want to actually play on official hardware and just get like a score locked in.
So this is the final run of the night here. We're going to end it when this ends. And yeah, big thank you to everybody. And if you won a giveaway, be sure to contact me on Discord at discord.gg/enhance. We have Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 tournament tomorrow.
I'm looking forward to that.
It's going to be so cool because literally like the best of the best players are participating. So I believe like, and a lot of them from Japan, Amamaya, Akashi Robo, Yunkun, who else? I'm trying to remember who else is in that top 4 there. And then I'm trying to get some OSW and Jaden from the US will be participating. We might get a Dormy appearance. It's going to be a really, really stacked tournament. If you are even remotely, even if you don't like, PPT can be a bit hard to play sometimes at the highest level, but it's so fun to watch. It's one of my favorite games to watch. So definitely tune in tomorrow for that. And
then next week we've got the connected mode showcase as well.
That's right, with Tetris.com and Tetris Mobile, and then a Tetris Effect Connected Zone Battle Tournament, my favorite game mode out there. So I am super stoked to see who shows up, what storylines unfold over the next few weekends. And S3 finish in secret grade, no GM secret grade on screen. I wonder if
That's
there's
right.
any,
I would be shocked if you could get a GM secret grade just off the cuff like
I'm
that. Like, that's
also
something you...
yeah, I'm also gambling just because I want to have it happen here on the block party, but it seems like it is not going to happen. But yeah,
SPC just got a death S7, so
ooh, very nice.
very nice.
Of course, right when I turn off SPC, but yeah, it was nice to meet a lot of these TGM players that I haven't really interacted with before. I'll definitely be on the lookout for you. And I'll try to follow you guys from the Enhanced Experience Twitch and see what y'all are up to until next time. But yeah, Lightrod, thanks for joining me tonight. It was
No
a
worries.
pleasure. We are going to go offline slowly because we are online in multiple locations. We'll finish with Classic Tetris last and maybe throw a raid somewhere. But
Yeah.
if any of our
Let's see.
TGM players want to continue streaming, maybe we'll throw a raid in that category. But yeah, big thanks to everyone for participating tonight. Register for the tournaments at start.gg/Tetris. And looking forward to our final events coming up here. So it's been a pleasure. Lightrod, thank you. And everyone have a good night.